we work closely with a couple of different engineers that have helped change our products from something like circus didn't exist like it exists now. And I think 2016, recreational circus really blossomed, and it's allowed us to make the quantities that have allowed us again to start getting engineers involved, which kind of happened at like the perfect time, because we had this problem, we could get engineers involved, we were turning over enough items to make it viable. But we're also very passionate about what we do, and we believe that we're doing the best we can. So one of our engineers, he said to me, the paper trail keeps you out of jail. And really that's documenting everything, having engineering on everything, doing all your checks, every piece of equipment we make, that we call it safety equipment in pretty colours and pretty styles. Everything we make has a registry when we make it, of who made it, how it was made, what date it was made, what it's made from. We try to regulate it as much as possible and do as much work in as possible. One thing I love about documentation is it slows you down. So, and having that moment at the end or during, at the end and during, to go, here are my pictures, this is what I did, I can see it, the client can see it, somebody else has verified it. That gives me so much more confidence in everything I do. We don't do anything alone. We always work in a team, because sometimes you're tired, because sometimes you're hungry. You work in a team and you slow down, you document everything, and then you know you've done a good job. So there is a lot of products coming into this country, and one thing that we should all be aware of as circus artists is anything that is brought into this country, the person bringing it in then becomes a manufacturer. So in our business, we try to buy from local suppliers or wholesalers. There's a lot of brands that will put a lot of circus brands that will put their own label on, like a swivel or a carabiner. We don't do that. It looks lovely, but they're bringing those pieces in. They're getting made in a country that I've got to say doesn't have our standards. If something happens on that piece of equipment, or if that swivel breaks, it goes back to that manufacturer. It doesn't go any further than that. Again, it might be 4 times the price, but it's a price you pay now, so you don't pay a bigger price later. I think knowing that those people are then the manufacturers for that item is so important. And then a lot of them don't have manufacturing insurance. They don't have public liability. So if something happens, they'll just disappear. In developing countries, they can stamp something, send it over here. You think you're buying something of quality because it's got a name you recognise on it, or it's got some numbers afterwards, but it's just a stamp. It's not, there's no, it's safety washing. It's like making it seem safe. You can also put a happy kid in a hammock and take a picture of it. It's also going to make you feel like it's safe, because the kid's happy, it's sitting in a tree, you know, something like this. So it's a new term for me, but I think it's really relevant, and I think also a lot about it when it comes to the ceiling anchors some manufacturers sell. They have a breaking strain, they say they're made of a type of stainless steel. That's all very well and good. It says it's made to a CE standard. Great, but what are you putting that into? Are you putting that into wood and then letting your kids swing around on it? Because it's only as strong as what you put it into. But people buy them, they install them, and they're like, no, that's good. They told me it was good. It's like made to this. It has this breaking strain. That's rigged in wood, and it's wiggling out. Like, those are the sorts of things. I think most consumers believe that manufacturers are taking care of them, and I'm not sure why they think that, because that idea has failed so much in the past, but I think we want to believe they want the best for us. My kid, they've seen it on Instagram, they've seen it on YouTube. How about you get your kid a voucher to go to a circus school? How about you put your kid in circus classes? Send them somewhere that the place is doing the right work to keep your child safe. Accessibility is not everyone having an aerial rig in their backyard. It's having safe aerial and safe circus available in the right places. That's what I think. So my staff laugh at me because I'm like, no, you don't need that tissue. You don't want that tissue. You don't want that hoop. Don't buy the product. And they laugh. They're like, why do you do this? I'm like, because in a few years' time, when they're ready, and they understand, they'll be back. And that's okay. Then they're ready and then they understand. It is a lot of saying no. We are not in business to sell people circus equipment endlessly. We're in business to give people safety advice and to help them navigate a very dangerous world that seems super fun, and it is super fun. It's also so dangerous.